how's everybody doing? It's time for another exciting video from RK Loves Gadgets, and I've kind of decided not to do the review on the digital camera that I unboxed in my previous video, mainly because I'm not too sure about the features, you know, how the features are laid out and all the menus. So if I hadn't gone through the menus, then really it wouldn't be much to talk about in the video. So what I'm thinking of reviewing instead, though, is a little Tikes Kettle Discover Sounds musical light up teapot. Now this is quite a unique thing. So going over my usual stuff, even though I'm an adult and I'm too grown up for these sort of things, I do like to have a collection of these toys like this, particularly toys that I've had in my childhood and things like that. So yeah, I don't want to see any inappropriate comments about why I'm making videos or why do I have these sort of things, because it's for collectible purposes, and yeah, I think you should all know that by now. I got this one on eBay, and because I got this one on eBay because there is quite a bit of a story behind this, because I purchased this on eBay because I got when I was at primary school, I remembered them having one at primary school exactly the same. So I think I came across it at primary school probably around 2005 or something like that, late 2005, and it was quite good because it's a musical and it has lights and around and it has lights when you press the buttons around the base, and it has quite a nice sound to it. So yeah, and I used to really like playing with it, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. It used to be one of my favourites when I was at primary school. I used to be allowed to take it home and borrow it for an evening or so, and I'd obviously return it. And having it was just like having it to play with was like really, you know, I really liked it and all the things it can do. So the other week I was browsing on YouTube and I found a video, and I believe I actually found a video on my notifications. It was uploaded by the YouTube user Memory Lane Toys and Games, who's a UK YouTuber who does videos about all sorts of toys and games and stuff. He does a lot of videos about vintage toys as well. Obviously, I guess it's because it's Memory Lane Toys and Games, so I guess it brings back memories for some people, which is exactly what it did to me. I came across a video of this particular teapot, and believe it or not, playing the video, I almost immediately recognised the sound that I remembered. So that was pretty cool. So I looked on eBay and found one for and I managed to find one for £19.95 with free postage. A little bit much for something like this, but for the price you can't really. I don't think you can really argue with it that much. It does look well looked after. It's in very good condition, and I did notice at the battery compartment, the inside of the cover had a little bit of corrosion, so it obviously had some old leaking batteries in it that the acid had spilled out on it or something, and it had dried out. But I managed to scrape it off with my fingers, and it pretty much looks okay now. So yeah, now I've got one for memories, for, you know, childhood memories. So that's pretty neat. So how does this work then? So this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a teapot, as you can see. A nice design. It's got a nice handle here where you can carry it. The speakers in there as well. I don't know if you can see that. I like these little balls, the way it has these balls up on the top that stick up. They don't really do anything. There's this ball here, like a red ball thing, like a nose. It's like a soft, squidgy ball thing. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't light up, or it doesn't actually squeak. It's just a squeezy, soft, squidgy thing. I don't know what it's for. I don't know what it does. It doesn't do anything. There's the bottom of it, and it's got some information. And, you know, it's got little Tikes company and stuff like that. It's just got a series of numbers. It doesn't have a year on it, but I assume it must be from the 90s. I could be wrong, but I guess it's probably from maybe late 90s, early 2000s sort of time. And it takes 3 AA batteries. The batteries go in the back here, in the bottom. So it takes 3 AA batteries. I've got some in there. It does. I don't understand why, but it's got some information on the inside of the cover as well. When you take the cover off, it's got some information there. It tells you about like installing the batteries in the proper way, and it recommends you to use alkaline batteries. But I don't really understand why a lot of these toy companies recommend you to use alkaline batteries. Supposedly, if you use zinc batteries, they won't last as long, and obviously when they do run out, they're probably more likely to leak and probably make quite a mess. So I guess it must have been recommended to use alkaline batteries, but I don't think it would matter that much. As long as it works, that's the main thing, even if you do put zinc batteries in it. But just a heads up, if you do put zinc batteries in it, it probably won't last as long as you do if you put alkaline batteries in it. So what does it do then? So you've got this switch here. It's a 3-position switch. In the middle is off. If I move it over to the right, you've got a mode where you can play the different notes. There's 4 coloured buttons, as you can see. They go around the base. It kind of reminds me of a Simon, because if I just show you, turn it around. So you've got this mode just allows you to play different notes, and the lights light up. One of them's quite bright actually, lights up quite well. So I'm going to turn it around to the other side. And 2 notes there. So I like the way it has the notes set up like that. It really does kind of remind me of a Simon Says game, and I'm sure many of you remember that. And the buttons are Simon coloured as well, because you've got blue, yellow, green and red. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So if I move the switch to the other way, to the left, and then you've got these buttons will play melodies. So if I turn it around and show you, hope I've got the right angle. So I'm going to start with this one here. That's Old MacDonald, and you'll see that the lights flash around the thing. So you'll see that when you press the button and plays the melody, it stops. It plays it bit by bit. So you have to press the same button again. See what it's doing there. I don't know how powerful the LEDs are, because they are flashing, as you can see, and it causes a bit of a vibrato effect in the sound. When the batteries run low, it does slow down a bit, and the interference from the lights will get a lot more noticeable. Okay, hope you saw that alright. So move over to the next one. Just turn it for you. Turn it around for you. That's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So yeah, it has quite a nice sound to it. Turn it around again. Play the next one. This is Barrow Jacques, a famous French song, also known as Are You Sleeping? I kind of like the way it has that, the way it does that 2-part melody thing when, you know. Yeah, it's kind of weird how the last few notes are a bit quieter at the end. And then the last one, I'm a Little Teapot, this is on this one, which makes sense as it is a teapot. So yeah, I definitely think this is from the 90s, because it definitely has that 90s sort of sound. I think many of you might remember for some 90s toys. And that's pretty much it. There's not really anything to it. And unlike the electronic toy teapots you can get today, it doesn't do anything when you tip it like this. Because a lot of the new toy electronic teapots are, obviously they're a bit more advanced. They have more like learning and sounds. This is just a really basic thing, so you're not going to expect much from it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's not really a lot to it. So I think that's everything, all the features. So yeah, what else can I say about it? Apart from the fact that I really like it, it's really cool, and I was really glad to have found one to bring back some childhood memories from when I was at primary school, or elementary school for those of you who are watching this video in the US, but we call it primary school here in the UK. And you see it's got the little Tikes logo there. It's nice and durable. Buttons are nice and durable. The lights basically just light up underneath the buttons, and yeah, it is pretty cool. So I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it. So, but if there's anything you do want to know more about it, please feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll try and answer it as best I can. If I can, that is. I mean, and maybe let me know in the comments if you think you know what year this was released, because it doesn't have a year on the bottom where when it was manufactured. So, but obviously I'm guessing it's very likely from the late 90s, early 2000s, possibly the late 90s, because it obviously, like I said, it does have that 90s sort of sound to it. So it definitely sounds like something from the 90s. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So hope everybody enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on push notifications to keep you up to date with my new latest videos. And as always, see you all very soon. Keep safe.